RHOSLC star Mary Cosby's son facing divorce as wife files to end marriage after his rehab stint and arrests. The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Mary Cosby's son Robert Cosby Jr. is now getting divorced age 21, reportedly after 3 years of marriage and a roller coaster addiction battle that began when he was 16. His struggle with substance abuse was laid bare on reality TV, with Mary revealing on the latest reunion of her show that he completed 30 days in rehab last year. He was then arrested this September, with the police report claiming he attempted to break into his father-in-law's home and assaulted someone in the front yard. On November 9th, he was arrested again, this time for alleged violation of a pretrial protective order, among other charges, and is reportedly still in jail. Now Robert Jr.'s wife, Alexiana Smakoff, has filed for divorce, submitting her court documents this Monday at the Salt Lake County District Court via People. Under the terms of her divorce petition, neither spouse can harass, intimidate, or disturb the peace of the other party by any means, including electronically. Robert Jr. and Smakoff married in secret, without informing Mary. It emerged on Season 4 of The Real Housewives of Orange County. They apparently held a clandestine courthouse wedding in August 2022, beginning the legal union that Smakoff filed to dissolve this month. Her new court documents say neither of them must commit domestic violence or abuse against the other party or a child, use the other party's name, likeness, image, or identification to get credit, open an account for service, or obtain a service, cancel or interfere with telephone, utility, or other services used by the other party, cancel, modify, terminate, change the beneficiary. Smakoff's divorce petition also says neither she nor Robert Jr. should be able to terminate any policy of health insurance, homeowners or renters insurance, automobile insurance, or life insurance. Robert Jr.'s attorney announced, "Today, Robert Cosby took responsibility for the mistakes he has made and the pain he has caused his ex-wife and her family." The lawyer's statement continued. Robert was slow to recognize that his marriage was over. He continued to make contact with his ex-wife in an effort to reconcile. He now realizes that the relationship is over and he must move on. Robert Jr. was arrested on September 6th after the authorities responded to a domestic violence call, according to the police report obtained by TMZ. It was claimed that he attempted to use a dog door to break into his father-in-law's home, and that he also assaulted somebody on the property's front yard when a police officer ordered him to get on the ground. He allegedly did not do so at first, but ultimately acceded to the instruction. On November 9th, he was arrested for the Class A misdemeanor of violating a pretrial protective order amid a laundry list of charges like criminal trespassing, assault on peace officer or military SVC member in uniform, property damage/destruction loss, interfering with a peace officer, and failing to stop at command of law enforcement. He reportedly remains in custody at the Salt Lake County Jail in connection with his latest arrest, as his estranged wife moves to end their marriage. Mary described Robert Jr.'s November arrest as being for his good, explaining that although she was devastated, she felt he needed that. He's never encountered anything like that. He's never been through anything like that. I don't mind it. Robert Jr.'s booking record shows that he has faced previous charges of assault, criminal trespassing, and failure to stop at the command of law enforcement, plus 3 counts of violating a court order. His latest legal problems come after he was arrested for DUI in 2022 and pled guilty to that charge, enabling the dismissal of the other charges against him of disobeying traffic laws and operating a vehicle without a valid license. His substance abuse problems were a prominent pillar of Mary's storyline on Season 5 of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Robert Jr. confessed on the show that he began taking drugs at 16, sharing, "At first, I was like, I'm just going to stick to natural stuff. And then I went to a party and someone gave me a Xanax. And I was like, oh, I like this, so I started buying it." He recalled, "Then I started doing Xanax with acid and then Molly with Xanax, because I like Xanax, so I mix it with everything, Xanax and cocaine." Mary's son, who is her only child, disclosed that he arrived at a turning point when he took 10 30 milligrams OxyContin pills at once and couldn't even feel it. On the Season 5 reunion of the show in January, Mary shared that Robert Jr. had completed a 30-day rehab stint and was attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. A few days after Robert Jr. was arrested this September, Mary shared that his efforts to maintain his sobriety were a hardcore road, while speaking to Real Housewives of New York City alum Dorinda Medley on her SiriusXM radio show. She divulged further that her husband Robert Cosby Sr. was most of the time devastated by the ordeal of his son's battles with addiction. On an episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City that aired earlier this month, it was alleged that Robert Jr. relapsed, causing him to miss his mother's sermon at the reopening of her Pentecostal church. Robert Jr. got in the car, and I looked at him. He was high, and I was like, No. Mary claimed to her cousin Big Joe, "We're still taking a day at a time," she allowed, saying they have good days and not so good days, and that today was a day that wasn't so good.